Welcome to a curriculum development and design course. Curriculum planning and executing curriculum change. So we will discuss about the curriculum change, how to implement, how to plan, and how to execute curriculum change. So I expect by the end of this class, all of you should be able to describe the key element of curriculum change and innovation. Also should be able to describe and analyze the steps for innovation process. And they also should be in a position to describe the condition and the challenges encountered during implementing the curriculum change. So what is curriculum change execution? What is curriculum change execution? A curriculum change execution, this is just the actual implementation of the planned curriculum change to transforming proposal into classroom reality. It is a social systematic time-bound process which requiring coordination among people, resources, and the institution. What are the key elements in executing curriculum change? According to Bishop 1986, execution of curriculum change depend on interaction of four major elements. Number one is change agent. Number two is user system. Number three is innovation. Number four is time bound. This reagent will be discussed in detail one by one as a follows. Let's start with change agent. Who is change agent? That's the question which must resonate in one plane's mind. Who is change agent? What are the laws of change agent? Change agent is just an educator who identify issue, drive implementation, measure results, and develop strategy. In fact, he or she has the following responsibility. One, to communicate need for change to different stakeholders. Number two, to motivate different stakeholders to embrace change. Then, to provide leadership and guidance. The last one is to provide monitor progress. A key aspect of curriculum innovation include clarity of objective, feasibility, relevance, and compatibility. So clarity of objective, it's all about a very defined curriculum goals. The goal which has been well defined must be also relevant, it must be feasible. And it might also must be compatible. Who are the user system? The user system are just teachers who are implementing curriculum change, students who are experiencing new curriculum, school administrators supporting transition, parent and the community members. These are just user system. And why it is important to consider all this user system? It's because of user attitude determine success, acceptance depend on a perceived relevance and the benefit. Resistance may change if users feel threatened. If users feel unaware, it may be difficult for them to implement curriculum change. So up to there, we have discussed the three elements of curriculum innovation and the change. Where number one, we discussed about a lot of change agent. Number two, we have discussed about user system. Then we discussed about the innovation process. Yeah, there are 8 logical steps for problem recognition to institutionalization. Number one is a problem identification. Number two is generate solution. Number three, select best innovation. Number four, trial and testing. Number five, evaluate the trial. Number six, review and modify. Number seven, larger scale implementation. Number eight, adoption and institutionalization. So these 8 steps, when are followed, lead to curriculum innovation. Planning for effective execution. There are different ways for planning for effective curriculum execution. Number one is personnel and the task. Here you have to establish clear roles and responsibility of every individual. Number two is the resources. You have to specify equipment, facility, and the funding. Number three, you have to use different strategy and procedures. Here, it should be systematic implementation approach. What about timeline? It should be sequence the activities and the milestone. Communication, the rationale and the consequences. Explain kind of communication between different stakeholders. The last one is context. You have to adhere to context when you're planning for effective execution of curriculum change and innovation, in which in the context you have to identify social and cultural consideration. A condition for successfully execution of curriculum change and innovation. In fact, for a proper execution of curriculum change and innovation, the change and execution should be relevant, should be feasible, and should be compatible. When you say relevant, it should connect to users' needs. When we speak about feasible, it should work in context. Compatible, it must align with value. What about the other consideration? It should be flexible. It should be beneficial, and the last one, non-threatening. What are the common challenge which I encountered in implementing the curriculum change? There are several challenges which may be encountered when implementing curriculum change. Number one is resistance. When the teachers and the other stakeholders are not involved enough in a curriculum change and innovation, they may pose the challenge for resistance. Also, there is a challenge for resources. There is a challenge for limited funding and material. Also, training, insufficient support, the professional development. Communication, there is a challenge of poor messaging, the stakeholders' engagement. And time, there is a challenge of insufficient time for proper implementation. So from this discussion today, we have discussed about different ways for planning and execution of curriculum change. We have analyzed the different elements of curriculum change. We mentioned the user system, change agent, innovation itself, and also we discussed about the different innovation process from problem identification to institutionalization. Then we went for discussing about the consideration for curriculum change, speak about relevance, visibility, flexibility, beneficial, non-threatening. Lastly, we have discussed about different challenges which may encounter during implementation of curriculum change, such as resistance, insufficient resources, insufficient time. So when we are implementing curriculum change and innovation, it is our responsibility now to make sure that all the important aspects of curriculum are taken into consideration by inviting all stakeholders to ensure that they own the process of change and innovation. When they own the process of change and innovation, they do not resist the change. At this point, we mark the end of our topic, which we were discussing about recent trend in curriculum. So recent trend in curriculum, we have discussed about the pattern of curriculum design. We have discussed about the levels of curriculum design. We have also discussed about curriculum change and innovation. We have also discussed about a different strategy for curriculum change and innovation. And today we have finalized by studying the different planning and execution of curriculum change and innovation. By saying this, thank you very much for your attention from the beginning of the class one. and to the last session today.